Okay, here's a quick little update. I've been working on and off on this bandsaw. I've got the top half main structure primed, painted. So I'm just waiting for that paint to dry. I have the back side of the wheel cabinet, I guess it would be called, got that sanded and wiped down and hanging drying. The cleaner is drying, and then I'll prime that. And this is the main reason why I wanted to get a quick update. Getting ready to sand the front panel that covers the top wheel, and right here somebody is clearly not adjusted their blades right. It's completely torn into this front door all the way clear through the other side. So I'm going to Bondo it. See if I can fill that in, and then I'll sand it flush and then prime it and paint it. But right now I'm going through, I'm going to sand this whole thing, get all the rust off, clean it all up, clean that groove out real well so I can lay some Bondo in there. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Okay, so I just kind of wanted to show you guys how I'm putting on these tires. They do not need glue. They say in the instructions that you do not need glue or any adhesive. So I cleaned up all the inside from any old glue that was there before, dirt, all that stuff. Then I went and right here is the welded spot. Make sure that's down. And I just clamped one end. I stretched it around almost halfway, put another clamp, and then what I will need to do is just keep on stretching this. I'm not going to be able to record it, but I stretch it, and then I'll just grab a screwdriver and stick it in here and wedge it in until I get this on the wheel all the way around. But you will need to clamp down two sides, and like I said, what I did was I clamped down one side, stretched it as I pulled it along here, clamped the other side, and then I'll finish it off. Okay, so I just finished Bondoing, sanding, smoothing out that part that was cut through. Hopefully after I get it primed, won't even be able to tell it's there. So yeah, I would have liked to paint it tonight, but I'm out of primer, so I won't be doing it tonight. Take this one down. And finished up the tire. Still need to clean all this stuff in the center, but might get to that tonight. Not a whole lot more I can do tonight. Like I said, maybe clean up that wheel, but I need to get that part. I'm not gonna paint that. I just shined it up a little bit. I'll leave it like that. because I don't want to make it to where you can't really see the numbers with the phone, but there's numbers on there that adjust the tension for 3/4, ½ inch, 3/8, quarter, and eighth. And I don't want to paint it and not be able to see it as well. So I'll just leave that shined up, and still need to paint the handles. Where's the other handle? Haven't decided if I want to attempt to paint the new spring. But I still got to change that old spring out and put the new spring on. Still need to paint door, hinge, latch, whatever you want to call it. And then I have to paint the assembly for the upper guide. And then I think painting's pretty much done after all these pieces are done. And I'm going to start putting it back together. One thing, I know you saw in my last video, I put the wheels on, the caster wheels on the bottom to roll around, and it makes this table saw way, not table saw, makes this bandsaw way too high. As you can see, it comes out to just about my chest. So that's really high. But like I said, I'm going to make a different cabinet for this so I can get it dropped down when I build that. So I guess I'll just deal with the height issue until then. Mounted the start-stop button. I wasn't going to paint this, but I think I am now. I think I'm going to paint this back side red and then this front side black, and then clean up these buttons really good, and I don't know, I may end up painting them too, who knows. Or maybe I'll put a new sticker on the front of them, start and stop. Haven't really decided on the buttons yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to paint the box at least. Oh, yeah, I mounted the main support on the upper wheel. I don't think I showed that either. So I got that mounted up. So, yeah, hopefully not too long before I finish. Okay, so the piece that was broken for the wheel, the top wheel adjustment, I made this little piece just out of plywood. Goes like that. But I really don't know how I'm going to attach it on there. I thought maybe contact cement, but I don't know if it's going to be strong enough. Okay, so now I'm painting this top door. I wanted to do it two colors. I wanted the Delta logo red, and then the rest of it black. So I primed it, painted those red, and what I'll do now is I'll take some painter's tape, just blue 3M painter's tape. I'll tape up the triangles, cut them out to where they're just covering the symbol, and then I'll do some light sanding, and paint it black. I did put one light coat of clear coat on the logo there, just to try and seal up that red a little bit before I put tape on it. So now I'm going to tape it up and give it a light sanding. Well, I painted the on-off switch. You can't really tell in this lighting, but that start button is green. It's like a dark hunter green. Can't really tell, but yeah. And then I also put a cord clamp to support the cord. I've got the top guide assembly put back together. And I put the top back plate on just for now. I'll have to take it back off when I put the tension adjuster and everything else on it, so that'll come back off. I just put it on there for now. Okay, so I have two of the three symbols or emblems, whatever you want to call it, taped off, and it is not easy. So as soon as I get this third one taped off, I'm gonna sand and paint black. I'll bring you guys back to see what it looks like afterward. Okay, I just got done taping these up, sanding this down. I just roughed it up with one of my softer, not as rough Brillo pads. Just scuff it up a little bit. Just went over it lightly. I had to be careful around the tape, but I got as close as I could. I think I got it pretty good. See if I can get out of the light. Now I need to clean this off of dust or anything, so I'm going to use tack cloth. I didn't want to put mineral spirits or acetone or anything on this, so I'll just wipe it down with a tack cloth really good and get to painting. Okay, so I've got it painted up. I'm going to let this dry up pretty good, and then take off the masking tape, or not the masking tape, the painter's tape, and put some clear coat over it, and hopefully this turns out good. I'm anxious. Okay, so here it is. Just took the tape off. I had to spray the inside one more time, so I'm going to let that dry a little bit, and then I'll spray some clear coat on it and then let that dry.